There's at least still something we haven't found, because we never found the other telemama.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like a power thing. I don't think that's going to give us just necessarily a secret ending. I think it's going to unlock different areas of the town.
I don't know.
Or enable different interactions with certain items.
It's something that requires high effort in finding 3 locations in the game, just like the actual the objective is that we're doing right now. And so I want answers, but...
Yeah, for sure.
I actually still can't remember if I found 2 or 1 of them.
You only found one.
I only turned on 1? That was like all the way back at the beginning. I have no idea where the other ones are. What the hell are you doing? She has a gun? Who gave her a gun? I didn't give her a gun. I've killed before, too. Don't think for a second that I wouldn't have guts to use this pistol that I've hidden from you this whole time. I have a secret pistol. Bad news.
I like the background in this area.
Yeah, we get to see this place as a battle location. Anyway, she's gonna have no arms now. Oh, no, her arms have persisted. For now. Good luck with your pistol, Karen.
Well, you punched your arms off.
Yeah, nice. this character's stupid. The Endless
Soul. That's mysterious.
That mean. Luger pistol pilot jacket. She just inherently has a pistol? Okay, how the fuck do you use necromancy?
I think it's gonna be something like it's only usable on certain enemies with certain resources. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something that they'll let you just like take advantage of.
What? It's so much work to figure out how to do things in this game. Where I'm like, I've tried necromancy like on 10 different things now. How does it work? Give me feedback, like game. Like what is necromancy for? What can you do necromancy on? I can't even do it on a human being that I just killed 1 second ago. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Third day already. The club's nice. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna attack her and then I'm not gonna take her arms off. That's a pose. Drift tackle? She's Tokyo drifting. What the fuck?
Yeah. My guess is if you can use necromancy, it's gonna have to be on special enemies. My question is, maybe it's like a certain type of soul that they use, because we collect their souls when we kill them. Yeah. So maybe that's the corruption it's talking about?
Maybe. It just absolutely never ever works. Turn you down a little bit. There we go. Alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't... It is genuinely difficult to learn how to play this game sometimes. Alright, well I killed all my party members, and not the most useful thing to do. Could definitely use them during the circle fight, so this run's burned. I've tried necromancy on the various like corrupted weirdos, and they don't seem to work.
I'm just curious because like, I mean, if we do take it at face value ludonarratively, right? Like if we can't do necromancy on our party members, and we are given their weird souls, maybe that is to be believed. Like, what we're supposed to take from that is that they have tainted souls. Which is interesting, but I don't know what we're supposed to take from that.
Too corrupted and frail.
Okay.
Hello, weird face.
Maybe it's a magic stats thing. Maybe it just tells us that if we don't have enough magic. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's such an absence of usable feedback.
Yeah.
Let's deal with some moon scorched. Are you corrupted and frail? Are you
I don't know. So that's weird. That I assume that they would be too corrupted because they're moon scorched, but who could say? I don't know. I was just thinking the villagers like in town might be the only humans that we encounter, right? Because are they all moon scorched?
I don't think so. Probably not.
So that's another lead, I guess. I wasn't even thinking about these guys. May as well try, I guess.
They do be local humanoids. Damn. He is pretty frail.
Soul is too corrupted and frail. Okay.
There's your ASMR for the day.
Soul too corrupted. Okay.
What does that mean?
Any other enemies we can fight?
What does that mean?
Yeah, try to get him.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
My guess is like maybe it has to be on whatever.
Look at they're made of paper. Look at these sad paper men.
Oh, hey.
He's the one necromance target. The ghoul manages to stand up. Now name your new possession. Villager. Nope. That's a weird interpretation of end. Oh, it's because that's where it was. Villager seems blissfully ignorant about the pain and suffering it has gone through. Shamelessly, he scratches its groin area. It's.
Yep, interesting.
Sup? He's afraid of animals. He's got zoophobia. So, what are your stats like, brah? Are they poopy baby stats?
They are garbage. They are hot garbage. Hot garbage.
But he can not.
Don't put the thorn ring on him.
He cannot use a weapon.
Nope. He's gonna be bad.
He just always is bad. That's interesting.
It seems like they are useful in the sense of maybe if you're playing a caster and have a party full of dead bodies.
Well, I mean, if we're going to lose our party members because they all turn into horrible monsters, then just having anyone else in your party means you have something that can soak up hits that it isn't all going to you, and they're also just disposable, and you can just make new ones potentially. But it's so much it's so difficult to actually get them that their disposability and replaceability is called into question.
Yeah,
it's just rats every now and then. I'm just like, one of the characters is friend to the rats. Hello, Pigman. I guess we haven't killed you. Let's attack you now in this burned run for funsies. I don't know how to prioritize which one. I feel like this one is both the fuel for that thing and it can be used as a bludgeon, so I should attack that arm first.
Sure.
Okay. New data. You cannot control your necromancer targets. So
yeah,
they're
it's
all
just like
moonless.
Black Caleb.
See? That's why they're useful. They get hit instead. Like a loser. And I do 1 billion damage, so what was once a scary pigman is now a whatever. I get just generally annoyed that the AI controlled characters never use their rev mechanic. So you just watch it build up over time and you're like, why won't they do it? Please? 2 shillings? The first mini boss in the game and they give you 2 shillings.
No necromancy on him.
We pretty much do just want to go back to the Church of the Almer and try to beat the Sergol now with 1 more party member. And then I guess maybe walk back and murder everybody if they do survive.
Yeah.
And just prioritize Marco's well-being over everyone else's. Alternatively, I can get past the circle and then just go in the other directions that were there. And not go to the tower. Which actually is probably my priority, is to continue exploring the surrounding area. Because there was more. we were just wrapping up a session, and I was in a hurry to just prove you right and then die, so that we could move on to the thing that we've had 2 sessions now tied to the Church of Almar, where it's like, okay, we're kind of out of time now. We are human adults, what have like things to do in our lives, and so we kind of have hard cutoff points that do not mix well with games that do not let you save and quit.
We don't have the effigy.
Which one even is that?
That's the one that was in the apartments.
Fuck. So we have to do the apartments every run.
Yep.
Okay. Strange AI. With the occasional chest.
Chack. What the heck is that?
What did you say?
Usually equipment. Like the chests seem to only have equipment in them. So my guess is that's some kind of weapon? Or... what is a chack?
Seemingly simple shaker instrument. The combination of pebbles inside and various pearls tied onto it created a hypnotic rhythm that helps one focus on the otherworldly. Magic attack up. Oh.
Interesting. That's a really powerful accessory.
Yeah, you can use that and the mask to get plus 40 magic attack.
Marina would hit like a truck.
That's like a devastating amount of upgrade that we can't take advantage of. It's brutal that fucking Marina just leaves your party immediately.
I like her so much. She's such a troll. What a fun character.
Well, you want a useful party member? Bye. So maybe you can explain, because I'm not plugged into the Silent Hill community, and just play one of them a year and then move on with my life, and don't know all of the wider interpretations and constant discoursing about the franchise. Why do people say that it's about circumcision?
People don't actually say this.
I know it's a joke. I just don't get the joke.
The person who ran the Silent Hill fandom wiki one day just lost their mind and started making every page about how Silent Hill was about circumcision, and he was being very serious. So he was like, there's a hole here. It's gone now. This is clearly about how James was a whole man once, and then after his circumcision was unable to feel pleasure and thus went mad. Like, that's the entirety of it. That's all of the meaning behind it. And he completely took over every single page on the Silent Hill wiki until eventually I think other people got control of it or something, and it got edited out, and now it's back to normal.
So I've encountered this joke like 6 times, I think, and I'm just like, what the fuck what are they talking about? Yeah. I don't know what is happening.
It's very, very much a good example of someone like over reading things. Yeah. And like a really good example of it is that like it contained a lot of editorial. So the person who did it like just added a bunch of like opinions. Like he added a circumcision page on the Silent Hill wiki. He added a bunch of paragraphs like in the middle of like random character things. It would be like, this is Eileen from Silent Hill 4. She's like a high school girl or like a college age girl that gets targeted by Walter. As far as we know, we have never heard her stated opinion on circumcision, but it seems like if she were asked, she would be nice enough to understand that this is horrible. Like, just like really weird editorial. The only way to describe it is someone had a breakdown when they were running the Silent Hill wiki and just edited everything to be that way. And then when people called him out on it, he just like freaked out at people and then clamped down. And then eventually it got reversed, I think. I'm not sure. I think people maybe made another Silent Hill wiki. But now it's just like a weird event that happened in Silent Hill fandom history.
Absolutely disgusting scent of gore. Yeah, I think we're here now. Because you can't use pep pills early, or they just immediately stop existing when you change screens.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're gonna rip both his arms off. I'm gonna dual wield spears. Show feet. Matsuneko Kone Magnificat.
It's such an interesting, weird mix of languages for his name. Oh, crit.
Is she mind controlled?
No. He's irritated.
Well, I can't control her.
Can't control who? Olivia?
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't mind controlled.
I don't have control over Olivia for some reason.
I wonder why.
Now I do. I don't know what happened. She attacked on her own, so... Very confusing. God, the selfie was so strong.
And now just maybe fucking throw damage at this thing.
Okay, so you can't you can't just kill him. I was like, maybe it's a number of turns you survive, and maybe you can literally just murder him and change the story outcome or get super loot. But it looks like when you do either enough damage or take off a limb, he just leaves.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've optimized that fight so well that now no one died.
Interesting thing there about that. Maybe if you just attack his torso, you can try to kill him, but it just means you have to play a really dangerous game that entire time. That's interesting. But this gets you a circle spear, so...
It seems worth it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless we can super optimize Marco's build or something, our options are pretty limited for getting stronger, so I think at some point you're just better off having a weapon.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. Like I feel like the way that all weapons and damage work in this game, Marco is pretty much going to be the strongest character no matter what until
I just started autopilot looting all these and I forgot that none of them have anything in them.
Yeah.
So because I don't necessarily read them by default anyway.
So my guess here is just the way we just like have to learn how to deal damage in certain ways and like optimize our damage around things like poisoning and like inflicting status ailments. That's what happened in the first game as well. Like even after we had like the cursed swords, like we were only really doing like 300 damage a hit at max. There was only 1 or 2 weapons in the game that were ever better than that.
Yeah, but I think we also didn't get the good weapons.
I got the claymore for the guard, which is pretty powerful. And then, like, I think there's, like, maybe those 2 special swords that have downsides. But, like, I think with regards to Marco, it's like, yeah, the Sergal Spear is a better weapon than his fists.
Like, I think how much trouble we were having with the later endings were indicative of the idea that we needed to have, like, there's, like, some level of build and game knowledge and so on that we were missing at that point that you would eventually get in order to even be able to do those without cheating, because we literally cheated.
But I've looked at speedruns of Fear and Hunger 1 and like people aren't like, there's no like super special sword. Like the cursed swords are generally considered to be the best weapons in the game. Like that's, you know, there are those, and then there's like miasma or whatever, the soul edge weapon, and then that like sword we saw sticking out of Moonless. Like those 2 weapons are just kind of the best. And then there's the claymore, which is really good. Like in terms of building, the things that you want to be able to do are like get the stat ups. Like those are really the only things you have. Like pretty much the damage you do is the damage you have accessible, and you need to figure out then how to optimize so that you're like not getting hit
Sure.
by
I don't think
certain
getting the
attacks
stat
or
ups was a
things.
thing we were necessarily doing either, ultimately.
No, it's not. But I'm saying, but you're only getting like attack +1, attack +2. Like you're not getting like there's no secret build that makes it so Marco does 2,000 damage a hit. Like it's not like that. That's just not the way the game appears to be designed to me. I think there's definitely going to be some optimization around like, what should we do? We should maximize the amount of turns we get in combat, like increase our speed or
it's
our
also just
agility
like
or whatever.
the changes to how where the fuck are we? Changes to how much damage you do, and any minor shifting of stats in a game that has so little progression can still just massively change the breakpoints, and that determines whether or not you succeed or fail in every fight. So that's still they're still important even if they're small. And missing them is something you'll feel even if you don't know what's happening. I'm in a purple building now. I don't know where I went differently than last time, but I'm here now.
You just went to a different building. You didn't go in this building before, I don't think.
And a blue vial, yellow vial.
But with regards to like stat breaks and stuff like that,
looks like whoever was here was in the process of moving out.
I think there definitely are stat breaks that we need to hit
Book
in
of
order to do.
Enlightenment.
Ooh, that's great. You can save now. There you go.
I can. All right. Let's restart this. God damn it. There are erratic scribblings on the paper. No, it's still not the same. Something's wrong with the carvings. I need to get all the details. Testicle table done. The Wall of Enlightenment in progress. I kind of feel like I should just save right now.
If you want to.
I feel like we're so prone to walking 5 feet and dying in this unknown territory that I might just immediately lose the Book of Enlightenment. Looks like whoever lived here was in the process of moving out when all this happened in town. Pipe. Too late. I saw the dream. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I don't trust it. We're like, we literally did die by walking 10 feet in another direction from around here last time, and like it's all such new territory that it can just send us all back. And it's not necessarily that like, oh, we have so much to lose by having to redo the apartment that we're gonna have down to a science anyway if we have to repeat it. It's that you then don't have the Book of Enlightenment next time. It just doesn't give it to you, and it's like, well,
yeah.
The same RNG struggle as that caused my face problems. In heaven, everything is fine. You're not sure what you're looking at. And I've got mine. I'm the annoying kind of... I'm designed to annoy Lynch fans. In that I haven't seen Eraserhead. I just like the Pixies. And they covered the Lady in the Radiator song.
You should watch Eraserhead.
There is a David Lynch song on their B-Sides album. That's a weird stat thing. I don't know if I've seen a single David Lynch movie ever. The stand has many empty scrolls gathering dust. Why hoard empty scrolls? This is a question you ponder. Scribblings in blood. You do not recognize the language. This is the one you... This is Almer, right?
This is a perfection symbol, so you can use Almer there, yes.
It's just, I think that's the only one that fits on this symbol is the cross for teleporting. It's supposed to be the fast travel locations. Suddenly I really want to find one of these in the top left corner of the map somewhere, motherfucker. It's starting to piss me off. Alright, well now we know where the majority of these are. And we're in Donovan's house, apparently. Do we know Donovan?
No, I don't think so.
Donovan C. Mikado. That's a level up spot, right? One that you don't have to save for?
A test tick table stands in front of you. Interesting.
Macabre sculptures hold a stone tablet with ritualistic symbols. The symbols look familiar. You feel like you've seen them in your dreams. Yep, that's the hexen.
This is a useful area.
Yeah, it lets you finally level up without saving and progressing time. This is good. There's one other testic table we've seen, and it was in the school, and it was broken. It was like, this is not useful to you in this form. Detailed stone carvings fill the wall. The carvings look fairly recent, despite mimicking an older style. Okay, this was a cool building to find. Bit of lore, I guess. Shillings. More talismans, stop! Where are the doors that they need to be used for? There's so many items around here. Another talisman, stop! Ultimately, my final attempt was just to not use... I think we're to the left of the... Yep. We're to the left of the tower entrance.
Gotcha.
It's funny that ultimately my strategy to destroy the circle is I just opted not to even bother with the fire and whatnot. I just obliterated one arm as fast as possible, and then he just left in one turn. Alright, well, that's easier. It's a statue of a man wrapped under a giant snake. The expression of the man's face is that of anguish. I'm not into this! My name isn't Haps. Where the fuck are we? Okay, there's a lot going on here. I'm glad we saved, because we're gonna be here for a while, I think.
Nice.
Oh! Yeah, it's extremely a penis. Like, that is an entire, like, underside with the little ridges, and, yep. Yep, he's got pointy nips. He's got, like, 2 Lucario, like, pyramid stabby bits, nips. Those nip nops go clip clop. Museum. Wait, don't they look like the gods? A bit. Oh, there's the.
No.
I wonder if that's the same butler.
These
or
just
not.
look like socialites.
Look, he's got his whole dick out.
Nice.
You read the description, and the description's just like, he's got his dick out. The exhibition on show here in Bohemia National Museum dives deep into the various religious beliefs around the world.
Oh,
Almer,
so this is the museum.
Almer, the Ascended One, is a great example on how different these perspectives can really be when examining them through the lens of different cultures. In Europa, Almer is often depicted as a male with Caucasian facial features, a bald head, and a muscular body, because that's just a fun note to end on. In the Eastern sanctuaries, Almer is often described according to earlier depictions when he was still just a mortal. In these images, he is often thinner than his Western counterpart, and sports longer hair, closer to how he was described before ascending and losing all of his bodily hair, because gods can't have hair. They're based on marble statues, which we don't understand, and we're actually covered in garish paint. Naturally, his facial features often depict him as a native to Eastern sanctuaries, too. Western depictions highlight his godly stature. What?
Interesting. So, basically... This is related, I think, to some depictions of, like, maybe bodhisattvas. I don't remember the word. I'm not culturally educated in this topic, but, like, I know some depictions of, like, enlightened monks in Buddhism also lose their hair. So, like they're all bald and have no body hair. So, like, that's interesting. Like, instead of just being Christ, he's like Christ mixed with Buddha. Like, that's cool. That's an interesting piece of, like, ideology, I guess. I don't know.
What if half his deities
cool
are just people mistaking marriages?
Yeah, totally. Like, that's another... it's absolutely possible.
I learned the word bodhisattva from Steely Dan. And then I never encountered it again until I played Sekiro. I'm very cultured. The Western depictions highlight his godly stature, whereas in the Eastern sanctuaries he is more humanized. Ah. Oh yeah, it's the same guy.
Ah, young master, we meet again. Welcome to the Grand Masquerade. We are celebrating the end of times, the Festival of Termina. I'm sure you're aware of the festival by now, too. But alas, we are not young forever, are we, my master? I understand that your time is money, and money is nigh. If I'm not mistaken, you're waiting for the bells to ring, am I right? But before that happens, I would have liked to introduce you to some of my closest acquaintances. But I cannot seem to remember where they could have gone. They must still be at the ball somewhere. Well, in case you run into them, tell them I sent you. The ones I talk about are the Red Devil, the Sun Priestess, and the Happy Mask Salesman, of course. Fucking rolling my eyes so
The
hard.
Happy Mask Salesman.
I guess, you know, just take your influences and wear them on your sleeve, I suppose.
They really do. It's even more blatant than Dark Souls is. And fucking Elden Ring just has guts in it. Well, hi everybody. Person doesn't react to your presence in any way. Person behind the mask seems to be in the middle of a conversation. These people are nodding and moving their dry lips in sync with each other, yet no words are to be heard. It's almost as if they are left on autopilot. Maybe there once was an actual masquerade here and people were left idle for whatever reason?
I wonder if these people are related to the bunny masks. Like, I wonder if this is just the next version of their cult, you know? Like, instead of eating each other or banging, they're being socialites that, like, sit around and talk so long that they just forget what their entire duty is, and that just becomes their whole reality.
All these, like, eternal traps people fall into, like the sleep apartments.
Yeah.
You can see scorched skin under the mask. The eyes are glassy and dry. The whole frame looks weakened, almost as if these people have been standing here for an eternity. Excuse me. What's wrong with you?
We're looking for the Sun God, the Happy Mask Salesman, and something else.
I guess he's not the mask salesman. Duct tape. Okay, so we need to watch out for these vases that don't have obvious closed lids, because they still are openable.
Yeah.
Craft a bit more now, but most of the stuff I don't want. I really just struggle to... Okay, they both have a maximum. Wait, is that just because of their low their hunger status?
Maybe, yeah.
They both have a maximum health of 90. I don't remember losing 10 health as Marco.
Yeah.
What is this hallway? What's that guy's face? These are some wild masks. Okay. So you don't want to heal them when they're hungry.
Yeah.
Because they I guess getting hungry lowers your maximum health by 10 and then you just don't get it back.
Yeah.
This place is huge. What the fuck? Oh, it loops.
Doesn't seem like there's really enemies, so...
It loops.
Yes.
Not even that guy, okay. Huh. Sword? There's a
Galean greatsword.
Yeah. You could break the glass and take it, but the vitrine appears to be triggered with an alarm system of some kind.
I think that's a bad idea. Igaigetsu is what that looks like.
Igaigetsu amulet. Chak. See, that's how legendary and cool the Chak. We have the Chak forever now. We just need to get a spellcaster.
Nice.
So we can take over the world. The Chak's canon now. Oh, got the breastplate. Can't read this? Really? See, that was worth using the save for. We got the Chak. I can't read these plaques. Hey, it's the masks.
Bunny masks, wolf masks, yep.
Yep, that was the sex cult, and that was the cannibalism cult.
And the cannibalism cult that had people banging in
while they were eating each other.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a word for that.
No. There isn't. There's no word for that. And don't look it up, viewers. You can trust me.
The hour of truth sounds mysterious. The last person seems to be in a trance of some kind, just repeating the same words over and over again. Oh. For a second there, I thought they were... Well... The hour of truth lies somewhere between 1 and 2. Okay, well, it's the first information we've gotten, because nobody else talks to us. You getting scared? Oh, shit. I bring you beer, the kind you can't suffer quietly. Do we have any wine vials left? Guess not. I don't have tobacco on this timeline.
You have tobacco.
I have 1.
Yeah.
I have 9 pipes.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could sell stuff?
Like, what do you... Does using a pipe even use up the pipe? Like, it's a pipe. Why do I have 9 pipes? Alright, that gave me some mind. Yeah, like,
it does not use up the pipes.
Why do I have 9 pipes?
You just kept picking up drops, I guess.
That RNG is being mean if it keeps giving me that many pipes. An old armor. It's in rough condition. If you were to wear it, it'd probably fall apart. Next, telling the origin of the Eastern armor. A traditional body armor that was typically worn by the warrior class of Yansa Aruban. The cuirass consists individual leather and or iron scales that are connected with each other with leather or silk lace depending on the area. I don't think that's the language they would use on that kind of plaque. And or. The armor is a great example of the two cultures of Edo and Eastern sanctuaries melting together. Like, under heat. Simmering. During the 8th century, Eastern sanctuaries led multiple campaigns against the Kingdom of Edo, but each proved out to be fruitless endeavors. The Sultan of the Eastern sanctuaries, Nashra the Great, there you go again, did have certain respect for his adversary and acknowledged the warring arts of Edo that were highly developed in the isolation of an island nation. Since he was unable to make the warring arts his own by conquering the kingdom and forcing it under his rule, he instead formed a brand new country inside the borders of the Eastern sanctuaries. He appointed the high-status war prisoners from the Edo as the central figures of the new country and ordered them to mimic the ways of Edo as closely as possible and breed a warrior class for the eternal kingdom of the Eastern sanctuaries. This didn't happen overnight, but rather took hundreds of years. But ultimately, Eastern sanctuaries did get what Nashra wanted. The warrior class Jizamurai was born of the Yansa Aryuaban. Aryuaban? I don't know, Aryuaban? Oh hey, that's the God of Fear and Hunger.
Yeah, it is. Interesting.
It's weird that they have a museum full of plaques that they just didn't write stuff on for me to read. Is that Lagarde?
It may be.
Let me read things. Isn't it time to lore dump the entire setting? Like, isn't that what this place is for? Let me read the plaques. Where the fuck am I going? What the fuck? You're cool. Are you an evil horse?
That's what it seems like.
Can I talk to you?
Nope.
And block your path? Yes.
You can.
I can't. This is just here? I can't, like.
I think that's the Happy Mask Salesman. Maybe.
This guy?
Or the Red Devil.
35 minutes, 25 until the next hour. 35.
Oh, wait, isn't that the number? 235?
What number?
On all the clocks. 1435. 35 minutes, 25 till the next hour.
Yeah.
So that's yet another moment where they're dropping this weird 35th minute of the hour thing. I don't know why. It's curious.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Are you sure it's not 10 minutes? The last thing they said was between 1 and 2. Which doesn't match up with that as far as I can tell.
Sure, but there still is a weird fixation on the 35th moment.
Oh. Here we go.
Yep. Try the what is it?
What is that?
1435. That's gonna, I don't know. I have no idea.
What? What are the controls? Okay, let's try arrow keys. What the fuck? What? Can you do you want to Google the controls to this? Because what the fuck? It doesn't.
Just exit. Can you exit?
It doesn't make any sense.
Reopen. Didn't it just say directional keys to select the different thing, and then?
I don't have it. I don't know what it is. Shit.
Okay, I'll cut my recording. Give me 2 seconds.
So yeah. Up and down.
It says use direction keys and decision key to manipulate the clock.
Decision key? A? Oh. What? Weird. Okay. So up and down on the D-pad make this thing spin, and left and right make these two highlight, but then they don't like select it so that up and down would make it rotate. Instead you have to press A over and over again.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I don't know how the fuck you land on this control scheme, but okay. So this should be 35. And this is going to be between 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily know. Oop, that one, I guess. I did that thing you do in Dishonored where you just spin the last slot.
Yeah.
Dishonored wanted you to do that, right? They wanted you to realize that. I feel like that's how that game was meant to be played, is that they would only give you the answers in the environment to 2 or 3 of the combination slots, and then there'd be 1 left over that they didn't give you, and you're supposed to just realize you can spin it.
I think that is not the case, and I think you can get the solutions to all locks in that game.
I guess I just always did that, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's like probably the optimal way to go about it, right? Because it saves you time.
Yeah. It doesn't even feel like brute forcing, it just feels like being smart.
Yeah.
Like, well, I got only one of these slots is left, so just go. I win. Yep. I don't think you even had to like click every slot or anything. I think you could just like spin it really rapidly and it'd be over in a second. So all this red curtain stuff is Lynchian, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. It definitely feels a little bit Twin Peaksy, but
you know what this otherworldly space needs is some basalt columns to sell how alien and you're losing your mind it is. I had just been joking about this again, and then we fired up fucking Remnant 2 and it immediately had them.
Of course it
just
did,
immediately.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my fucking god, these games. How do I must just be I do it. Oh, I crafted this one. I remember now. Wow, her mind is not good already. I feel like it's getting worse faster. This is going to be increasingly a thing in our later saves of this run, is just trying to find more. Ooh.
Our later saves? I don't know if we're gonna find any of those. That's a really rare opportunity.
A hefty feeling barrel. You can't get the cork open, so there's no telling what's inside. No, what I mean is now. I mean, like,
yeah.
now that now that we're using saves that are later in my playthrough, we're gonna have a permanent mind problem where we just do not have consumables to deal with the problem. So it's gonna be increasing. Yeah. It's gonna increasingly be the thing that cuts off our runs and has us load again.
Yeah.
Is this butterfly again? Switched on the monitor. Check the connection. West. Ooh. West telec off. East 1 telec on. East 2 telec 2. Okay. Here. This is it.
Yeah.
I find the other two tele and it opens a thing.
Electrometers, I think is what they were called.
Yeah, I've turned it into a little bit of a gag, but I sincerely can't remember the word most of the time because it was a nightmare word.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was like twice as long as you'd ever expect it to be. We're like, oh, okay, geez, calm down.
Well, now we have payoff for that at least. We understand what that was trying to do. Something in the museum, under the museum.
There's something under the museum. Otherwise, my payoff is I got 2 shillings.
You did. Good for you.
Uh-huh.
So it seems like there's probably nothing you can do here then without doing those. So my guess is this is just going to be a dead end for this playthrough. You won't be able to do this, and we'll just have to do the tower.
I think I just got a clue.
What was it?
So the weird butterfly?
Yeah.
That was calling us to the terminal?
Sure.
There was one of those in the BOP.
Yeah. They've been all over the place.
Yeah, but I think they might, like, they probably indicate something, right? They're probably not just like, here's a butterfly, whatever.
Yeah. That's why I pointed it out the first time. I called it Philemon because it's like a Jungian philosophy persona iconography thing this game is doing.
But I'm saying, like, it might be like a gameplay thing of like, here's a thing to do.
Yeah. No, I think it is. I think it's directly guiding us to things.
Okay.
I just thought it was guiding us to the BOP. Like, I thought it was saying, hey, come in here. Look, you can now leave companions here. Because it's shown up in quite a few different locations.
The fact that it was already inside doesn't seem like it'd be that helpful compared to, like, here it was saying to go, like, interact with a specific thing.
Was there something, do you remember where it was in the BOP? Maybe you can go inspect something.
It's in the bottom right corner, yeah. It's
yeah,
like it's at the bend before you walk all the way in.
Oh yeah, then go investigate it, see if there's something there.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up, is I think it's actually might be indicative of something since it just showed up like that.
Yeah.
This place is incredibly confusing to keep track of.
That's the way out, I think.
The question is whether or not there's anything else we want to do here.
I don't think so. I think it probably just leads to that one thing.
Hello? What?
New gods. Neat.
The fuck? Okay. His contemporary Magus Charles, the Holy Vatican Emperor, described Nashra and with following famous sentences: a delirious old man passed by the times. He who has the whole civilized world under his narcissistic abuse, thinking all nations should bend to his childlike tantrums. And nobody else has descriptions? Nope. Mythological figure known as Betel the Enlightened One, the famed new god who formed the grand libraries of the City of Gods, where every one of his successors would gather their knowledge and fill the library's shelves with books from all forms of expertise. Generally viewed as the father of enlightenment among the new gods and the one who wrote about the human dilemma. It is widely believed that the mythical figure is based on Bethel Kishar, one of the more popular scholars of ancient Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia exists in this setting? Like, just by the same name?
I guess so. It's kind of interesting.
So I guess so did the Edo period. That's its own surprise. I'm like, why is that term here? So my issue is that we never found the actual characters we were told to find. The stone slabs excavated from the archaeological site in northern Rondon. The slabs depict the 9 chromatic blights mentioned in the Book of Homer, the carving dating back to approximately 20,000 B.
So we found 2
the
of
3
them.
characters that they told us to find were just the combination, huh?
Yeah, I think that's all it was. Now, I think we weren't able to find one of them, but I think it just probably gives us a clue.
Yeah, because the person in the vertical hallway told me between 1 and 2, and I used that.
And then the Red Devil, the person in the red mask, told us the other thing. So I think the one we just weren't able to find was maybe the Happy Mask Salesman?
Maybe?
I think that's just the whole puzzle. It's every single person here that's here to talk is just, they don't say anything unless they're part of that clue. That's my guess.
Yeah. Probably just need to get out of here before I lose my mind now. This guy's neat. I'm so interested in what's going on with that thing. What is it?
I think it's just, maybe it's like 5 people. One of them human centipeding, fake donkeying the other one. I don't know.
Looks oddly familiar. Anyway. Goodbye, penis statue. Hello, penis men. All right. Do you like mushrooms? Everyone's very insane right now.
Yeah, they're all about to go crazy.
This is not a good time for me. Maximum mind heal plus 5%. I'm just gonna try this. Okay. The smell of amicus soothes you. Thanks, Huff Aromas, for sponsoring this Let's Play. You saved our lives. I have one wine. Whoops.
Well, it's fine. You used the lavender.
That staved our problems for the moment. Okay, so I guess I didn't gain anything. We just learned that what that place is.
Yeah.
But we're basically better off actually just dying and reloading because I guess I gained whatever items we grabbed.
Yeah, which we did get a lot of good stuff. We got a bunch of blue vials.
Yeah, we have fluted armor. Wait, it's actually shaped like the fluted armor in Demon's Souls.
Yeah, that's what fluted armor is.
Yeah, well, the remake didn't do that. The remake ruined it and pissed me off. I like the fluted armor. I like its goofy belly shape and its cool, weird beak mask. It's iconic. And then the remake was like, it's the fluted armor. Like, that's not the fluted armor. Nothing about that looks like the fluted armor, you fucks. Where should I be going next? Just run for it down here. Bye-bye. Vodka. Maybe I'll finally arrive like behind the mayor's gate or something. What? You see that man? I've been looking out for him since we got here.
Oh, it's August.
There's something very suspicious about that bastard. I'm convinced he knows more than he leads you to believe. Small key. What are they for? They might. I'm still not entirely sure if they're used for those crates or not. Hey, August. This guy. You're not running away this time. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen. Okay, a little too aggro. Stay with the party.
That's fine. I mean, you want to go to the tower, right? So this helps you out. This means you can just now.
I mean, I don't think we're going there now, at least. But yeah, this is one way to know I can get rid of her. I could also just teleport to the bop and get rid of anybody. Not one step, or I'll shoot. And you know perfectly well that I'm not bluffing. you, August?
Yes, I was. I was just waiting for it to load because Discord was being weird. Didn't we already go through this, miss?
I think August ran into her doppelganger from the news report.
Possibly. I'm not the one you're after.
Cut the crap and spill the beans. The other day, you ran after those Bremen soldiers in the old town. You notice anything missing from your pockets?
Ah, I see. I can understand how that might raise suspicions.
It did more than merely raise suspicions. You've been spying on everyone who arrived here on that day. I've got a full journal proving that. Detailed analysis on everyone's psyche and all. Weird sentence.
Yeah,
How do you
sketchy.
explain? Yeah. How do you explain this shit? My patience is running out. It's the last day of this godforsaken event. I don't have time for this. Start talking. You know what is going on here. Talk.
I don't really appreciate being interrogated at gunpoint. Lower the pistol and we can talk this through.
Like hell I will. Karen's looking really tense and focused on August. What's going on here? Trust me on this one. Oh.
Nice.
Committed. Okay. I mean, we know that he's killed somebody else. Even if we didn't see it this timeline. I had to do that. You saw it yourself. He was reaching out for his weapon. He would have shot me instead. He did the right thing.
She did the right thing.
Right? Besides, he's been plotting something. I can prove it. I have his journal. I hid it in that jazz club down the road. Oh? The Bob? Don't worry. All right, let's see it. You'll see. I hid it under the piano. Hello. That's good information to have, because he might be able to use it in other runs to just grab it. Preemptively. Just straight up, like, Majora's Mask style knowledge. Suede jacket and a bear trap. That is not much in the way of gear. He did not have a gun, ultimately. So, bad news. Necromancy, though? You know? Just in case. Oop. One of the funniest elements of this entire game is that nobody reacts to me ripping people's heads off.